Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the UKW Arena here in Batley. I am Brett Hapley. Shelby Sarnott is in the building. She'll be joining me very soon. And I'm here to present the UKW Friday Night Showdown pre-show. There we go. I got through the worst bit, which is introducing the show. Tonight, lots of stuff on the way. We are one night before UKW's hallowed ground, nowhere to run, because every match this time tomorrow will be taking place, I'm looking over there now, in that steel cage that's in the corner. It'll be put up here overnight by our crack team of builders. And tomorrow, every match will be inside that steel cage, including the UK Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. The man himself has been all over the place this week. Old JPR, man of the people, defending that title tomorrow for the first time against the very dangerous Cerebral. Steve, we saw them guys go at it last week on Friday Night Showdown. Tomorrow, it's going to go down. Tonight, though, JPR is having a warm-up, if you can believe that. 24 hours before defending his title, JPR in that ring against another champion here in UKW, the around-the-clock champion, Mikey Andrews. Yes, that match will be tonight. Just a little bit of friendly competition, apparently. So, also tonight, I have got the unenviable task. The past few weeks, if you've been watching Showdown, you have seen the owner and the CEO of the company, Jonathan Sedgwick, get sort of ambushed in the most random and freaky kind of way by Ian Creed. Tonight, I've been set the task of trying to get some answers from Jonathan Sedgwick. I mean, we've not heard from him because he's not had a chance. For the past 3 weeks, he's been getting blindsided by Creed. Tonight, I'm going to try and find out what's on the mind of Sedgwick. I mean, we saw last week on Showdown, the contract got signed nefariously by Sedgwick and Ian Creed. So that match is going to happen at Nowhere to Run tomorrow. I'm I'm a little bit uneasy about it, if I'm honest, but I've got to, you know, as a host and a journalist, try and get some answers out of Sedgwick and see what his mindset is just 24 hours before that huge match tomorrow with Ian Creed. If you also saw Showdown last week, you saw the Persian Empire get stripped of their tag team titles after weeks and weeks of just heinous acts, including 2 concertos, one to Uther of the Brotherhood, who's not been seen since, and one to Captain Dan Adams of the Yorkshire Tears, who also hasn't been seen since. Red Brocco, the general manager, had had enough. Last week came out here and stripped the Persian Empire of their titles, but gave them an opportunity to get them back tomorrow. But then he made them fight, in their street clothes no less, made them fight NRG, and NRG, Hamza Masoa and Momentum defeated the, now I can say it, former tag team champions, the Persian Empire, last week. But tonight, high stakes, because it's a 4-team match inside the cage tomorrow. We need 2 more teams. If you saw this week's Wednesday night Genesis Ignite, yes, it rhymes, then you'll have seen the Dogs of War, Sebastian Mercer and Cliff Harrison in there. And they earn the right. Tonight, they are going to get their chance. If they can defeat NRG, Hamza and Mo, who are already in the match, then they get added tomorrow night. So that match will happen tonight. Sebastian Mercer, the Mercenary, and Cliff Harrison against NRG tonight here on Showdown. And if, yes, the Dogs of War win, they get added into the title match tomorrow. Now, to make it fair, Red Brocco has set the former champions, I like to say the former champions, a challenge of their own tonight. If Johan Hunt and Jonathan Sedgwick, Joe Sedgwick, I've got Jonathan on the brain. I tell you, the whole situation with Creed is just made me really, really uncomfortable. Anyway, Joe Sedgwick and Johan Hunt, if they can defeat the team that they're going to face, and they don't know who it is because Red Brocco is not giving them the luxury of finding out, which is a little bit ominous, but they've got to win. If the team who they're facing wins, then they get added to the match tomorrow. You get me? I think I'm making some sort of sense. Yeah, okay. That happens anyway tonight. 2 matches, and if the 2 teams win, then they'll get added into the cage match tomorrow, and we will have new tag team champions right here tomorrow in that ring over there at hallowed ground. Tonight, also in the building for the first time, the Armada, yes, the UK Wrestling Television Champion. Paul Hubris, the very dangerous, essential champion, is here. He's not come alone though. He has brought SHAWNA REID with him, his good friend and tag team partner. Together they are the Armada. We know tomorrow night at hallowed ground they are going to be facing Kirsty Love, the holder of the UK Wrestling Women's Dream Ticket match tomorrow. Kirsty Love and a partner who nobody knows Like, who wants to team with Kirsty? I'm sure we can find somebody. Maybe one of these guys in the crowd want to do it. I don't know. I don't want to do it because I'm up here. But somebody will be teaming with Kirsty tomorrow to face Paul HUBRIS and SHAWNA REID inside that very dangerous steel cage. Who it's going to be, absolutely no idea. But tonight, we will hear from Paul HUBRIS and SHAWNA REID, the Armada, here in the building. I've seen them. They are here. And we'll hear from them for the first time tonight, just 24 hours before facing Kirsty Love and question mark, because I have absolutely no idea who it's going to be. So that'll come tonight as well. Also here tonight, the UK Wrestling Women's Champion. Oh my God. The woman who gives me a constant headache. Yes, that one. Shut up, rat, every week. Shut up, rat, every week. I hear it in my sleep. I hear it when I'm walking down the street. Shut up, rat. Anyway, LEONIE Rose is here tonight. We'll hear from her 24 hours ahead of her title defense tomorrow inside the cage, where she has to face Nina Samuels, who just 2 weeks ago here on Friday Night Showdown defeated LEONIE Rose to earn that championship opportunity. Yes, she did. 1, 2, 3, clean in the middle of the ring. So LEONIE, I mean, she might come out here brash and say she's not bothered, but I think in her head she's a little bit worried because she knows that she can be beaten by Nina Samuels. It happened a couple of weeks ago. If it happens tomorrow, then we'll have a brand new UK Wrestling Women's Champion. So that'll be interesting to see if LEONIE Rose can, you know, what her mindset is, if she can come out here and actually focus rather than throwing abuse at me and my amazing broadcast partner, who will be here, by the way. Shelby is in the building. Then, you know, it'll be interesting to see what LEONIE Rose has to say. There's so much going on here in UKW, and like I said, the main man himself, JPR, has been all over the media this week. He was on telly the other day. His real life and his wrestling life combined, combined, and he's a very good advocate for UKW, a very good advocate for his other job. We love him to death, and he is the UKW champion. He will be here later on facing the around-the-clock champion that is Mikey Andrews, the former around-the-clock champion. I mean, do I have to say his name? Do I? Chris Castle? Yeah, him. Apparently he's around like a bad smell. He never goes away. He'll be, I don't know what he'll be doing tonight, but tomorrow he gets his chance to regain his title. And I can't wait, because I might get to sit here, look down there and have a laugh and go, Chris Castle's getting lobbed about the steel cage, and I would find that hilariously funny, to be fair. Chris this week has been antagonising again Big Duncan. You saw him come out here last week with a crutch, nearly throw the crutch at my head. Anyway, he's been antagonising Duncan, who hasn't been seen for quite a few weeks. Duncan is injured at the moment, legitimately injured, and we wish him all the best. We hope he gets well soon, and we hope to see him back here in the UKW arena very soon. But Chris Castle's been relentless all week on social media again. You know, the guy just doesn't take holiday. He just doesn't take a break. He just goes on and on and on and on. And yeah, he wants that around-the-clock championship back. He says it was taken from him unfairly a couple of weeks ago. To me, he lost it fair and square in the middle of the ring to a better man. That was Mikey Andrews that night, but no. You don't see it that way, Chris. But tonight, we'll see if Chris Castle's going to be here and what he has to say. Lots of stuff on the way on Showdown. Don't forget those 2 tag team matches. I'm doing the hard sell here, all on my own. You know, I'm doing quite well here. Yeah, we have the Dogs of War, Sebastian Mercer and Cliff Harrison, against Hamza Musawa and Momentum NRG, who are already in that match tomorrow for the tag team championships. If they win tonight, the Dogs of War get added tomorrow. If they don't, then they don't. It's quite simple. It's all or nothing for the mercenary and for the man who used to live on the cliffside. And I'm still a little bit horrified at what happened to Cliff Harrison, but hey ho, life goes on, and Cliff is with the Dogs of War now, and yeah, him and the mercenary get their chance tonight to be in that match tomorrow. Also, Johan Hunt and Joe Sedgwick, now the former tag team champion. I like saying it, the former tag team champions. They brought it on themselves. I'm sorry. They can say it was unfair. They can say they were unfairly treated by management. They weren't. The acts that they did out here were absolutely hideous. And Red Brocco had enough last week, stripping them of the tag team titles. They have to face a mystery team over there in that ring tonight. And if Joe and Johan win, then the mystery team do not get in the cage. But if the mystery team win, then they will be in that cage tomorrow. and the Persian Empire will have another problem. What a shame that would be, eh? What a shame that would be. It's full of problems. It's hallowed ground, nowhere to run tomorrow. Also, coming up tomorrow will be the UK Wrestling Genesis Championship. Jacob Reed against Bishop tomorrow. Bishop's been on a tear. The last few weeks, the man has been literally unstoppable. We've called him big, we've called him bad, we've called him everything else. He has literally, gone out there without saying much, to be fair. He's not a man of many words, but his actions do all the talking when he's in that ring. And tomorrow night, Bishop gets his chance at Jacob Reed, and Jacob Reed is, he's got to be watching over his shoulder. He's got to be a bit worried that that title could be slipping away. It could be the last 24 hours for Jacob Reed as Genesis champion. Also, to come tonight, we have young Horace in that ring against the wildcard, Tommy Dillon. Yes, the Genesis Ignite commentator who sits here on a Wednesday and does the commentary thing with JPR. He'll be in that ring tonight, 24 hours before Tommy Dillon has to go inside the steel cage with the man who's been tormenting him for months and months and months now. The silence of Damien Black, we saw it for weeks. He was playing the music, he was doing cryptic videos, and then eventually he came out here to the shock of everybody and actually blindsided Tommy Dillon and sent a very loud message. Just a few weeks ago, in 24 hours, Tommy Dillon does get his chance at revenge against Damien Black. But tonight, Tommy Dillon is going in there against the man, the Egyptian underdog with the heart of a lion, young Horace. That's coming your way tonight on Friday Night Showdown. And look, I've almost finished the pre-show on my own. I'm quite impressed with that. So just a reminder, JPR, Mikey Andrews in there tonight. I have the unenviable task, if I can say it, of trying to get the thoughts of the UKW CEO and chairman, the former champion, Jonathan Sedgwick, tonight after those attacks from Ian Creed, who legitimately just freaks me. There's something there, and I fear for what's going to happen tonight. We saw the contracts were signed in blood last week. They'll collide in the cage. My job tonight, besides sitting here and talking about the action, will be to try and get some sense out of Jonathan Sedgwick and find out what's on his mind. It's 24 hours before he has to get in a steel cage with a guy who is just... He defines the word unorthodox, he defines the word creepy, he defines every other sort of adjective to anything that makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. We'll find out what's on the mind of Jonathan Sedgwick tonight. We'll find out what's on the mind of Leonie Rose as she prepares to face Nina Samuels. Two huge tag team matches. The Armada, Paul Hubris and Shauna Reid are here. Lots more to come on Friday Night Showdown. It comes your way very soon. And I'm hopefully going to be joined back by Shelby very soon. I'm Brett Hadley, and that will do it for the pre-show. I've got through it. I'm well impressed. We'll be back for Showdown very soon. We'll see you then.